ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's time once again. It's time for that podcast heard, well, around a few places, by tens of listeners. It's time for the Department of Understanding Humans, the podcast. That's right, the podcast, featuring your ringmasters for the day, that stupendous, giggle-snorting gal, Friday herself, Rachel Wynn, and now her co-host actually has a name, that cranky clown you love to adore, Kris Meyer. And on with the show!
D.U.H, Department of Understanding Humans, yeah!
We are now recording.
We're now recording. Merry Christmas.
Give me a couple lines there so I can measure you.
Yeah, sure. A couple of lines. Like cocaine or what? Yeah, that's the good stuff. Anyway.
I'm bringing you up a little bit. Hi.
Bring me up when I don't know the rest of the song, but anyway.
I don't even know the song at all. All right.
Some Robin song. All right.
All right.
All right.
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy soon-to-be New Year.
God, yeah. Let's get on with 2019 already.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to 2019. I'll just go ahead and close 2018 out of the books. Let's go ahead and close it.
I got a couple days left. It's done. It's done.
It's done. You know, listen, it's National Goof Off Week. Nobody's really working. You know, people have taken, and this is the thing with your Christmas falling the beginning of a week. Mm-hmm. Christmas Eve was Monday. Christmas Day was Tuesday.
Right.
You know, I have people going, no, I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. Why? Because there's nothing to be done.
Right.
Nobody's giving me any
there.
work. He's here. You know, and I understand like your grocery stores and your retail shops are open. Gas station, restaurants, I get that. But like businesses, why bother? You're
corporate businesses, yeah.
Yeah, like corporate businesses.
Just so not. Go play golf.
Yeah, shut down. Nobody, the people you need to have be there, well, guess what? They're not there.
Right. And like part of the problem with that too, I'm not complaining, mind you, because this is very good news. Because I know that some of our tens of listeners have been, giving a crap. I've been unemployed since June. And yes. I just happened to know somebody who forwarded me the right link at the right time. And now I potentially will be starting a new job January 7th. And I say potentially because it was a verbal offer and we haven't gotten the written offer yet. But it looks really good and it looks like it's going to happen. And it's going to be an amazing career move. I'm super, super, super duper excited.
I'm so excited. Cereal?
I'm so cereal. But the downside
Vampire pig and thrill, I'm super cereal.
The downside of that is it's falling right in the holiday. So, their HR is not in the office right now, and so they can't send me the paper, blah, blah, blah. And it's okay. Adjust and modify. It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Keep trucking.
So, yeah, keep trucking. It'll happen. Even if they the tentative start date is the 7th. So knowing that, I'm so sure HR will turn around and go, "Hey, hustle, hut, toss." I'm good. Yeah. I'm good, and I'm so excited because it is a work from home position. They are teaching me some amazing skills. It's legit. This isn't some period scheme. This is, this has to do with, this has to do with software and applications. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to be what's called a SME.
Like a Mr. Smee.
Like a Mr. Smee, but it's
from Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Mr.
Aye, Captain.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's subject matter expert. So I will be an expert in their application. They're going to teach me what they want me to know to be an expert in, which will launch my IT career very forward, very fast. And I'm very excited. I am so super stoked.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
The new year will start off right for you.
The new year will start off right for me. However, comma, the old year has ended very poorly.
Oh, do you want to go into that?
I'm going to go into it because I had the nurses laughing. So after things...
You want to go in? You want to go in about your twin brother, Timmy the Tumor?
Timmy the Tumor. It was not a tumor.
Not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. So,
It was a growth.
It was a growth. So, a little disclaimer. It's kind of grody. It's a little personal, but it's a whole lot of funny.
This should have been on an episode of Dr. Pimple Popper on TLC.
It should have. I don't know. So after Thanksgiving, we had decided that we would get some pine straw, like the pine needles that they collect from under the trees. We were going to get regular hay, but Home Depot was out, so we got pine straw. And we were going to spread it out in the yard so that it would damp down the mud to prevent Apollo from digging and mud puppying every single rainstorm, which we're having a deluge of rain right now. So
you're getting all the rain we had last night, apparently.
Yeah, it's just insane. Thunder and lightning, it's crazy. And so while I was in the back of the truck, I was all rednecking it. I went to Home Depot. I got the 4 bales of hay. I was in jeans and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. And I was all like getting the gloves. I was tossing the bales of hay over the fence. I was like, yeah, yard work. I got this. I was so proud of myself, Kris, because I had gone out in public. And then I went out and did yard work. I sweated and got dirty, and that's the problem. So here's the lesson learned. Never leave the house. No, I'm just kidding. And so somehow while I was tossing the hay, because I've lost enough weight that my jeans don't fit properly, it rubbed and created an owie in a very, very sensitive spot. Like right there in that little bitty crease where your leg joint meets your butt joint, it's like right there in that little bit. Oh my God. And so that was a Thursday. By Sunday, I couldn't walk. It was the size of a racquetball. And here I thought it was just kind of like a cyst or some kind of thing. And so I sat on a heating pad, which only made it worse. And then I used ice.
You baked that pus in there a little bit more and made it go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bacteria in there was like, party, it's a party.
Ooh,
hey, you.
Yeah.
Hey, you, bacteria over there in the corner. You want to get me some?
Because, nothing says love to bacteria and germs like heat.
And moisture. Warmth and moisture. And so Sunday night we went to urgent care and we're like, please lance this because it's too big, it's too deep, I can't handle it, I'm falling apart. Like I even tried to deal with it on my own at home with ice and a sewing needle. No go. It was insane. And so the nurse at the urgent care says, we can only do so much for you. And what's going to happen is I can lance this, but I can only numb a certain section of it. And this goes pretty deep. So we're good. Like we'd have to squeeze to get it all out and it's going to hurt you. And I'm like, no. I'm babied up so bad. I was such a baby. And so
you got to go to the hospital and let them cut it out of you.
She's like, you're going to have to go to the ER. I'm like, son of a nutcracker. Really? She's like, yep. So she gave me, this is the craziest crap. She gave me, Toradol. Have you ever had Toradol?
No, my body has not. When you say the name, my body doesn't go, ooh.
Yeah, no. Okay, so this is a pain med. It's kind of like ibuprofen on crack, but it's liquid form. And so she gives it to you, like she gave it to me right above, like in my back, above my hip, trying to get close to the area where the pain was.
Right.
She put the needle in, and I don't know if it was just the stress of the situation or being overwhelmed with pain or what. But the minute, because it gets hot when it hits your nervous system, it heats up and spreads out like fingers. And so as soon as it hit my system, I started shaking. Like, I was crying and bawling. I'm like, we get to the car. I'm shaking like a leaf. I'm like, what's the matter with me? And, you know, my husband's like, you've just kind of had a shock to your system, so just chill. So we get to the ER. The Toradol keeps me sort of okay for the 3 hours that we're sitting in the lobby. Then they finally pull us back, and our hospital, like, I had never been to this ER before, thank God, but our hospital nearby is actually really kind of cool. When they pulled us back to the emergency room area, they gave me like a room with a door. It wasn't just some curtainy thing. It was like it was really cool. I gotta give props to Piedmont Henry, because that was some serious stuff. So I'm laying there, and this thing decides it's going to start draining while I'm laying there. No, it wasn't even like that. It was just kind of like, what is that feeling? What the hell? And then my pants were all like funky, and I'm like, oh my God, you know. But when the nurse came in, she's like, no, you're definitely going to need pain meds and possibly surgery.
Yeah.
And possibly surgery. I'm like, and possibly surgery. And possibly surgery. What the hell surgery? She goes, it goes deep into your thigh, like towards your butt. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh.
So.
Ow.
Yeah. So, a male nurse, no, I want to say he was a nurse, but he was a firefighter, EMT also. So he did, there was something response,
emergency response. Basically an EMT.
He was an EMT, but he was this cool, like, oh my God, Kris, you could tell that I wasn't feeling well because I started like saying the stupidest shit. Like, he walks in and he's wearing an Atlanta firefighter t-shirt, and I'm like, are you a firefighter, or are you just pretending to be one? And he's like, no.
You're looped up on the pain meds.
No, yeah. And I was like, he's like, no, I'm a firefighter. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. Props. I totally appreciate all you do. I was a dispatcher. You rock. And he had the kindest face. I mean, I just wanted to reach up and like just touch his face because it was so sweet, and he was so gentle, and he was so nice, but he also didn't take any shit. So I was like, no, that hurts. He's like, you'll be all right. Just give me a second. I'm like, no, that hurts. And boom, the needle's in. I'm like, ah! And did you know that now when they do, this is so funny, I can't believe I'm talking about this like this, but this is crazy. When they do needles in your arm, it's not a needle. When they do IVs, it's like a plastic catheter now. I
had no idea.
And the only reason why I found that out was because I was afraid to bend my arm, because, you know, usually back in the day when you had those little IV needles in your arm at your elbow, you couldn't bend your arm because it would poke and it would hurt. Well, I kind of bent my arm, and I'm like, oh, hey, that doesn't hurt. And then I realized there's something else here. And so the nurse was like, yeah. Those are called catheters now. I'm like, oh. So they put in that big hollow needle, which is the initial ow. And then they pull that sucker out and leave the catheter in there. And that's what creates the IV. And you get that little port that they switch out all the time. I'm like, that is so freaking brilliant. How efficient. It's so efficient. So I'm there for 4 days. I went in on Sunday night. We had surgery on Monday night. And the surgeon, who was amazing, just so fun. He was like that kind of, I'm not going to give you any stinking BS. I'm just going to tell you exactly what it is. They drained, by the time they got to it, they drained about a shot's glass worth of ick out of it. And it was the size of a racquetball, with all of the gas and bacteria that had built up. Within 3 days. I'm like, oh my God. They had disease control come in and take samples because they were afraid I had like some flesh-eating bacteria. Necrotitis fasciitis or something. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm plagued. All this because of yard work. And now here's the funny thing. Every single day that I met with every single doctor, I had to repeat the story over and over and over again. So tell me what happened, Mrs. Gwynn. Well, I was hauling hay. They're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. And I got so... My pain was so high that every time the nurses would walk in, I'm like, oh, hi. What are you going to do to me now? They're just like, you're right. I'm like, I'm good. I'm stellar. I'm dancing with Harold. How are you? And they're like, who's Harold? I'm like, my IV stand. And I'd twirl my IV stand around and be like, this is Harold. We're very intimate. We go to the bathroom together. Like, just...
Oh, Lord.
And it was in such an intimate spot that every time they had to change the dressing or check it, I'm spread eagle on the bed, and I'm not used to that. And so I get really nervous, and I start babbling. I'm like, so, how about the Mets? And then at one point, I'm like, I usually don't do the Brazilian, but the surgeon thought otherwise. Because they shaved everything, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, it's cold in here. Can we get a blanket, please? Can we get a blanket? This is a little much. And they're just cracking up the entire time. I'm like, do I need to buy you a drink now? How about dinner? I mean, will your husband mind that your hands are all up in my area? Should we dance? Hi, my name's Rachel, and I like to walk on the beach. My favorite color is purple, and champagne is not a bad idea. I just couldn't deal with it.
So pretty much what we're saying is Rachel's ending 2018 was filled with hospitals, needles,
and random romantic ad placement.
Random romantic encounters with EMTs. And an IV stand named Harold.
Harold! He was Harold.
Does Dan know about Harold?
Dan does know about Harold. He's met him.
Is he okay with Harold?
Yeah, he's fine with Harold. Everything's okay. There's kind of an open relationship there. It's kind of a poly IV relationship,
Awesome.
It's good. And so, and then I come home and I'm healing up and Dan's healing up from hernia surgery.
That's right. On top of this, Dan has had surgery too.
He's had a 9-centimeter hernia dealt with, and so he can't pick things up. I can't pick. The house is a mess. The dogs are like, "Hey, we can do anything we want now because you can't stop us." Like last night, Apollo ran off with a nail file, like one of those cardboard emery boards. And neither one of us could get to him fast enough because we couldn't move that fast. I'm still not able to really move that fast. I have nurses coming over for the last week. They've been redressing and packing the wound because we can't stitch it up. And so I'm still not 100%. And it's very uncomfortable and very awkward. And so I walk like, you remember like Mama from Mama's Family or whatever it was called?
Yes.
Vicki
Lawrence's mama from Mama's Family.
I am walking like that just kind of shuffling a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. Eunice.
Eunice, yes, that's right, Eunice. Mama. And Carol Burnett was Eunice.
God, I love that show. I loved the original bit.
The original bit used
Harvey
to be on,
Weinstein
Carol
couldn't
Burnett
keep
show.
it up. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein couldn't keep his laughter down. It was
Harvey
Corman? Oh God, yeah, Weinstein's the bad guy.
Weinstein is the guy going to jail. But
jail, asshole. Yeah, sorry, Corman. God, I'm sorry.
The foursome always of the bit was Ray. Vicki Lawrence was Mama.
Right.
Carol Burnett was Eunice,
right.
And her husband Harvey Korman was, oh God, George or something. And then he always had his buddy. I mean, of course, Tim Conway was always his idiot buddy.
Tim Conway would make him. There's a scene on YouTube that Tim Conway
about
makes
the elephants.
Maybe. And
I think it's about the elephant bit or something.
And he's making them laugh so hard they barely can keep it up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Carol Burnett, that's some classic stuff right there. That's some
that whole show was classic. Even the they did a revamp of the show like in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Late 80s they tried doing another show and it still was funny. It didn't have the magic that the original show had, but it still was funny.
Yeah, because you can't fake that. I mean, it was she's so amazing with all of her comedy. I loved her comedy. She and Lucille Ball were my favorite redheads. So yeah.
So
anyway, I mean and we're fine. Long story short,
you're fine now. Dan's fine. Yeah. You're fine. You're drained of fluid and pus and
we're drained of fluid and
nastiness and
yeah. So
bacteria.
I've had to make some lifestyle adjustments.
I bet.
Because I'm apparently diabetic. And I knew that there was some issue with that regarding some other medical issues. But that is
Kale.
what also...
Kale is in your future.
Kale is in my future. And so...
Kale!
That is what led to the heavy breeding, the hedonistic aspects of my thigh. Just... So, we've cultured her bacteria. How many are there this week? There's 3 this morning. Ooh, you know. I can't even look at carbs without my blood sugar going through the roof. So it's like cauliflower and kale. That's just going to be my life from now on.
Cauliflower, kale, spinach, and
beef.
Stuff.
Beef is good. Beef is good. Yeah, so there's my beef. TMI moment for the week. Y'all are welcome. Go. Everyone should have some. Here's yours. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Have a pussy puss-filled Christmas. It's the grossest time of year. Lance that boil and we'll be near with antibiotics, dear. Oh, how warm it'll go when you squeeze it out and hear the sound it will make.
I knew. Leave it to you, Kris. I knew it.
And the sad thing is, I can't remember what I just sang.
It's okay. It's recorded.
It's recorded, so it's great.
Now everybody gets to experience that wonderful jingle, the pus-filled Christmas jingle.
The pus-filled Christmas jingle.
I mean, this is the Department of Understanding Humans. Duh. Always brings you quality shit. I mean, that's just the way it is. It may not make any sense.
That boil from Lansing, the Grinch thought. And tubulars and stick tubulars.
So wait.
And drain bottlers.
Make it stop. We're going into the new year, so instead of dropping the ball, like what?
We're gonna lance the boil. Yeah.
This is like the third time I brought some kind of medical issue to the podcast. I think the first one was
right. Yeah, I think this year you've had a couple. I mean, you know, the why is it in a cream is my favorite one. Why is it always in a cream? You know,
with an applicator.
With an applicator. Now we have the lancing of a boil. The lancing of a racquetball size boil.
It was a golf ball size. By the time I was like, okay, Friday night it was a golf ball size. By Sunday it was a racquetball size. I was like, what the hell? Or Friday night it was a Friday night it was a BB. Saturday it was a golf ball. Sunday it was a racquetball. It's a golf ball.
Sunday it was a racquetball.
It's a whole sporting section.
Just went ooh.
Well.
I know. You regardless. So anyway, let's. Okay, enough. Enough.
Moving on.
Enough of Puss Chat 2018.
Puss Chat 2018. Hashtag.
Hashtag pound symbol. Lance that boil. Did you? You should have named it Lance Armstrong. But anyway.
Pound Lancet.
Pound Lance. Anyway.
Oh God!
So did you have at least a decent Christmas? Did you have a good Christmas with friends and everything?
We had for like our Christmas lunch, we had pot stickers and fish sticks. It was so great. Like we didn't do jack diddly squat.
Awesome.
Like we just laid there on the couches, just watching TV. We did Harry Potter during the day, and then Harry Potter. We watched Harry Potter, and then he went. I couldn't sit for very long on the couch because it was hurting, so I had to like get up and change altitude periodically. So he watched Christmas night. He watched Die Hard. And I went.
Yes, because it's not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber fall off the Nakatomi Plaza.
Right, and I went and did some other stuff, but he sat and watched it. I just couldn't sit, like, I just can't sit for very long, but I can't walk for very long, so I can't stand for very long. So it's like I'm constantly uncomfortable. So after this, I'm going to have to get up and walk into the kitchen and, do stuff, but because I can't sit for too long. It hurts.
Right.
And I'm even on like a gel cushion. So, but no, we didn't do anything. It was like my Christmas present to him and I guess to myself was a new razor. Cause Norelco has this kind of one blade razor thing that you can use to trim your beard and stuff. And so for me to help my husband, I got it so that we could both use it on his beard and give him a nice clean line. So it was kind of a Merry Christmas to both of us. Because he has that huge bushy beard and I love it, but I want to try and make him look a little less Grizzly Adams when he goes to work. It's a big bushy beard.
It's magnificent.
It's magnificent. It's a magical beard. Beards are magical. They do things. They make things happen. It's that right, bushy beard. So I need to trim it up. So that was my Christmas present to him. He is working on a Christmas present to me that he actually made. This is the coolest freaking thing ever. Oh my God. He had one of his friends at work 3D print the pieces, and he's putting it together to make me a Deadpool bobblehead doll with baby Groot.
Nice.
With baby Groot. So I'm like, oh.
Nice.
And then my brother-in-law, it's so weird saying that. My brother-in-law sent me Deadpool salt and pepper shakers. And a mug of Deadpool, and I can't remember what it says, but it's something like "Don't mess with me. I haven't had coffee" or something. Obviously, it's in the kitchen. I'm afraid to wash it because it's so cute. And then one of my best friends sent me. I'm so excited about this too. She and her boyfriend went on my Amazon wish list and sent me a Shel Silverstein book. And I'm so excited because I gave away all of my Shel Silverstein stuff when I left Nashville to a mother for her kids. And so it was like, I had like all of them, where the sidewalk ends, the light in the attic, the giving tree, And so I was like, dang, I need to rebuild that collection because it's a good collection to have. And so they sent me that. And then she also sent some other little knickknacks, including something I shouldn't have had, which was rugula. Oh my God. Cookies. Cookies. And I'm like, I'm going to eat them all. And Dan's like, no. You went to the hospital for a reason. No. I'm like, cookies. No. I went to cookies. No.
Diabetes.
And diabetes. You can have 2.
Diabetes intensifies. I'm Wilford Brimley. Rachel, I'm here to tell you, you're going to get a fucking box at your doorstep. You eat all them goddamn cookies.
Diabetes.
I'm going to smack you around until you take your diabetes medicine. If ever was there a spokesperson that just made you go, yeah, okay, I'll do it. It's Wilford Brimley. I'm Wilford Brimley. Eat your goddamn oatmeal.
Say it like that?
No, but I mean, Wilford Brimley has no expression of happiness, joy, except for Cocoon. I mean, he was a happy old coot. But, in every commercial that he's been in, like the diabetes commercial, even when he was doing Quaker Oats, eat your oatmeal. It's good for you. I'm Wilford Brimley. Don't make me come to your goddamn house and snack shit. Eat your goddamn oatmeal.
Stop! I hate that. Stop!
Fucker.
Fucker. I love that last little add.
Wilford Brimley is just the fat, angry version of Sam Elliott. That I'm convinced. Sort of like, if Sam Elliott's like the dude. He's that cool thin version of Wilford Brimley was happy and cool. Be Sam Elliott, and if Sam Elliott was angry, short, and fat, he'd be Wilford Brimley. I've been in a lot of cool movies, Pancheco. I've been in Ghost Rider. I've been in Tombstone, but I ain't never hocked no damn oatmeal. I'm here to tell you, I'm gonna sponsor white wine because when it's time to drink, fuck yeah, white wine.
And he's the right guy for it too. Every single woman in the world is buying a box of that shit because he's so damn sexy. Woo, he's selling it.
You know what? I'm secure enough to admit it. Sam Elliott. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, he's the sexy old man. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, you broke me, dude. I can't breathe.
Well, I mean, we're gonna end the year on a bang. I'm gonna break the crap out of you. Man, you've been pus-filled and lanced and full of nothing. I'm caffeine. I'm caffeinated. I had a good sleep on my new mattress. I'm good to go.
Oh, you guys got a new bed?
Do what now?
You got a new bed?
We got one of those memory foam, cool gel mattress deals things, and oh my gosh, I slept so good.
Yeah?
Slept like a baby. Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, we kind of had to have a bit of it apart because of cold work and everything else, and it's fine. We're gonna have a decent Christmas. The kids will get here sometime here this weekend.
Okay.
And we're gonna have Christmas part deux with the boys.
The boys with noises.
And we'll probably hit the Dave & Buster's here that's opened up because they want to go to an adult Chuck E. Cheese, not the kiddie ghetto Chuck E. Cheese that's down the street. Where a 6-foot giant fucking rat walks around trying to push tickets on you.
Hey, win this! Come here, little kid.
They took the mechanical band out of Chuck E. Cheese because it was frightening kids. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I hate to tell you, that's part of Chuck E. Cheese.
It is.
Okay, it is part of, and I have a high school friend, Steve Dupuis, who would agree with me. He would agree with me that you don't take the metal mechanical mouse rat band out of Chuck E. Cheese. It was better when it was Showbiz Pizza, okay, with the gorilla and the Billy Bob Bear and everything else. I mean, if you're old enough to remember Showbiz Pizza,
I'm old enough. I remember, and I remember when it switched over to Chuck E. Cheese.
That was the Muppets, was Electric Mayhem, but it was like the gorilla, like the gorilla played the keyboard and everything. Anyway, Chuck E. Cheese, Dave & Buster's, pretty much just Chuck E. Cheese for adults without the cartoon characters.
Jeez.
That's where I want to go tonight because Birmingham needs another damn restaurant. Like we need a hole in the hill. And they're all crowded. That's what always kills me about restaurants in Birmingham. No matter where you go, we have thousands of restaurants. And I mean, there's like a restaurant on every other corner, and they're all crowded. No matter where you go to, it's all crowded, which could be good, but and also is very bad at the same time if you want to try to go somewhere and not go somewhere with reservations or anything else. Anyway, I'm bitching and moaning.
Babbling. It's okay. It's good. I mean, but everything's okay.
Yeah, everything's fine
out there, and you're all good. And
we had a good Christmas. You had your Christmas.
It was a Christmas.
It was a Christmas. Dan saw Hans Gruber fall off the Nakatomi Plaza just like I did, and everything's right in the world.
Yeah, everything's right in the world. I have not looked at the news in weeks. I have no idea what's going on in the world. I have no idea.
Shut it down. It's D.U.H, but we're still taking your money, so we're not really shut down. We're still taking taxes, so it's not shut down. But anyway, and I'm sorry, I'll hop on the subject, then I'll hop off real fast.
Okay, quick.
Very, very quick. I'm not mad at one side or the other. I'm mad at both sides. I'm really mad at both sides that they've shut everything down because they can't reach any agreement, okay?
That's ridiculous. I mean, come on.
And they both acted like, during that whole thing between Schumer and Pelosi and Trump, they acted all like children. And each side is, Schumer and Pelosi did this and Trump did that, blah, blah, blah. No, they acted like freaking children. You're the leaders of our government, leaders of the free world, and you carried on a press conference like children. Shame on all three of you. Shame on all three of
So
you.
glad I didn't watch it.
It's just, it was a dark, disappointing moment in television to me.
I guess for me, I'm just kind of like,
says.
if they can't come to some sort of agreement and run the country with with some sort of common goal in mind, then go ahead and shut it down. We don't need your shit. We really don't need this. I mean, we probably will function better without the government running anything. And besides, what is a government shutdown anyway? You guys, it's Christmas. You guys are on freaking vacation. Shut the fuck up.
Right, exactly.
Seriously? You make too much money. How can you... We're going to shut down. We're not going to work. We're going to sit in our corners with our thumbs up our asses and pout. You do that every day. Every freaking day, all you do is sit in the corner with your thumb up your ass and pout. Seriously, we pay you. You know what? You're fired.
That's what kind of gets me is my taxes and my tax money is going to this.
That's ridiculous. Okay. All right, so if they're shut down, air quotes, if they're shut down, then what are we paying for? Why are we paying taxes? Are they gonna
that's a question everybody's been asking lately.
Are they going to, like, when it comes time for taxes, are they going to open up this window of time where okay, so for the month of December, you guys don't owe anything. So just take off like blah percent, whatever, because we obviously weren't working for you. Therefore, we didn't earn any money.
No, of course not. You gotta get those taxes.
But
you gotta get that money somehow.
It's like they're still earning their salaries. They're still bringing in a paycheck even during a government shutdown. What kind of bullshit is that?
Basically, they're on strike and still earning money.
That's retarded.
And if you're an American and that doesn't make you mad, something's wrong with you.
What can we even do about it? I mean, there's nothing we can even do about it.
Not much we can do. We're just we got to kind of go along for the ride and do it. The only thing I can tell people is go out there and vote. And just hear me on this if you're listening. Don't look at your party and go, I'm going to vote a straight party ticket. Vote for the candidate who you think is going to do the best job. Don't follow the herd and go, I'm going to vote for them because let me tell you something. We're headed towards yet again another, because they keep saying it, that Hillary's going to run again in 2020.
Please don't. Please.
And I'm imploring you, don't. Just please stop. Find a candidate that's actually going to do a job. If you're the Democrat, the DNC, whatever. Even the Republican side. If you want to find a candidate that's going to try to run against Trump, find somebody that's going to do a decent job. Okay. I'm sort of on the fence on him. There's some things he's done that I like, and there's other things that I look at and go, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? But anyway, I'm fed up with both sides. I'm really fed up with just how things are being run. And that's my 2 cents, and I'm done with it. Anyway, we're moving on here. So big things are happening. Big things are happening. Sports are going to go on here. Sports, your bowl games. We've had several bowl games. We have Alabama and Oklahoma are going to play. Bama, who's going to beat Bama but Bama. And then Notre Dame and Clemson are going to play.
Clemson.
I'm wearing my new Notre Dame hat. So.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Notre Dame fan.
When I went to Catholic high school, you kind of had to get pulled into rooting for Notre Dame.
Right.
But living here in Alabama, the question when you're born is, are you Alabama or Auburn? Don't decide now. You're a minute old, decide now. And if you don't root for either one, well, then you're just some sort of weird pariah and misfit of nature. I generally cheer for the Auburn Tigers just because I'd rather root for the smart kids.
Root for the smart kids. They will have a career.
But yet you do have the former Bama fans who defected to the other side who the Bama shows out. I'm like the rest of the country going, please, anybody but Bama. Because I am sick of hearing, Roll Tide, and that's a greeting. That is a greeting, it's a flow, that is an I love you, Roll Tide. It's not a thing for everything. And no, I don't think every Alabama fan is that way, but the majority that you see on television and that are interviewed are like that. Like the rain hat guy.
Yeah, they always go to the person that's like painted red and wearing a hat.
Or has a box of Tide with a roll of toilet paper on it going, row Tide, row Tide, row Tide.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
Anyway, yeah, so we hope Tua, the quarterback from Hawaii, why they lured him. Yeah, okay, and I'll get off my soapbox here in a minute about Tua. Tua, the quarterback for Alabama, lived in Hawaii. Paradise on earth. If you've ever been to Hawaii, it's a wonderful state, wonderful everything. You have everything you could want. It's paradise. These little islands, it's just absolute bliss. They didn't offer him any money to come to Alabama. Bullshit. You offered him money to come to Alabama. Why? Because you needed a quarterback, and he wanted to go to the NFL. But anyway. Well, there's a sign behind Saban's desk, and now I will give him this. This is a great recruiting tool for football. $137 million paid out to graduates of Alabama that are in the NFL.
What? Wow.
Now that's actual fact, because if you played for Alabama, 9 times out of 10, they do get drafted in the NFL and they're playing. Now, if that's not a recruiting tool for some kid to go, why should I play here? I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about sports. Rachel, do you have anything else for our end of the year podcast here?
No. I honestly don't. No. I think we decided we were going to stay with the not our this is our circus, these are our monkeys.
The circus theme is going to stay. We have decided that.
Yep.
We made the executive decision and stamped it in.
Stamped it with approval, because we're not in our own government shutdown. So, we're going to stick with the circus theme, circus for 2019.
I think it works.
Because we have had so much fun with it this year. And we are planning on Dragon Con again for September.
We're coming. We're coming to Dragon Con. They want us back.
Duh is coming. And so, kind of like winter coming. But, yeah, no, really, I mean, thank you guys. It's been a great 2018. Thank you so much for being a part of it with us. And
absolutely. Thanks for making it, the fans, thanks for making it fantastic for us.
Our tens of listeners, actually, I think we have 20s of listeners now, but we're going to stick with it.
20s of listeners.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, we're going to go into 2019, and I want to say expect big things from us, but that would be a lie, because we don't do big things. We do big moments, and
we do big moments.
I will work on getting more swag to give away. We'll definitely have some contests running in 2019.
Yes, indeedy.
We're gonna show the fans some love on the way in.
Absolutely. We love the all our fans, even those that send us crazy Batman in underwear videos. We love those fans too, but not that much.
Not that
too
way.
much love. Not that way.
Not that way.
That's too much love. Rein it back. Rein it back. Rein it back a little bit.
We're just not that into you. I mean,
you're at a 10, needs you at a 2. Okay. All right. Don't make me send Wilford Brimley to your door.
Fucker.
Quit dancing around your damn underwear getting high with a Batman mask on. You're too old for that shit.
Okay.
Anyway.
So Wilford, how would Wilford Brimley close this podcast, Kris? I'm so scared.
You okay, Rachel? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah,
good.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right, that's podcast.
All right. That's podcast. We're done.
All right.
All right. See you in 2019, baby.
See you next year. Thanks for joining us here at the Department of Understanding Humans, also known as DUH. Just remember, this is our circus. These are our monkeys. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media outlets. You can find all of our podcasting streams and feeds at our website at www.duhwebsite.com. That's D.U.H website.com. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.